In Utah, there are places where you stop and stay a while. And then there are places you plan the drive around. The ones that make their way onto your must-stop list. We call them dining destinations because they're a reprieve where you'll find nourishment and rest, enjoy food made with intention and care, along with carefully curated hospitality as you move from one adventure to the next. Because out here, the journey matters just as much as the destination, and so does the food along the way. We're featuring 2 chef-driven kitchens built for the road-weary traveler, each with a different approach, but the same commitment to real food made from whole ingredients. At Fatty's Pizza and Grill in Castledale, it's comfort food done well. A modern take on the classic greasy spoon where as much as possible is made from scratch and every bite feels earned after a long stretch of highway. Then there's Magnolia's Kitchen. The focus shifts to nourishment. Thoughtful, nutrient-dense dishes that refuel and restore without sacrificing flavor. 2 different philosophies, 1 shared purpose. And somehow they meet right in the middle at the intersection of perfectly house-cut fries. This week on Taste Utah. In the small town of Castledale, surrounded by some of Utah's best climbing and hiking, sits a place that feels like it was built for the road. Fatty's Pizza and Grill isn't just a reinvention of comfort food, it's refining it. This is the kind of spot where the grill stays hot, the portions are generous, and the food satisfies something deeper than just hunger. Here, they lean into classics, burgers, pizzas, and salads, with a commitment to do things right. House-made patties, local sourcing, and ingredients peppered with intention, as much from scratch as possible. When David Sorensen took over and renovated the space, his goal was simple: keep what works and elevate it, add a chef's touch without losing the soul of the place. The result is a stop you don't want to miss.
David, how long have you owned Fatty's?
Almost 10 years now. We bought it in 2016. It was originally a taco time. I think it was put on site in 1977. And then in the late 80s, it was turned into Big Mama's Pizza and Deli. And then since then, it's just been a pizza and burger joint. Switched hands a few times over the years and then bought it and remodeled it. I grew up in Orangeville, which is only like 5 miles away, so been here my whole life. Moved away for culinary school, traveled the country a little bit, worked on a cruise ship for a while, and then I came back here and worked in a few restaurants around, and this place became available, and so here we are.
What was it about this place that felt like opportunity?
This town really needed something that was a piece of the past that was brought into a more contemporary style, so we've tried to do that with our menu items as we build a menu that's a little bit more inclusive than just burgers and pizza.
Will you tell me what you've put on the table in front of us?
Starting with you is the Greek salad. So it's Kalamata olives and fresh feta cheese. We do pickled onions in it instead of a regular red onion. Those we pickle in-house as well. Tomatoes, cucumbers that we pickle ourselves. The pickled cucumbers is from my great-grandmother, so it's super simple, but it's a really great pickle. It's just white vinegar, sugar, and black pepper, and then the cucumbers. Next to it, we just have our home-cut French fries, and then a bourbon bacon burger, which is one of our specialties that we do too. We make our own bourbon bacon jam that goes in it. It's got caramelized onions, garlic, maple syrup, bacon, of course, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper. We have a spinach artichoke dip, and my little secret is I use a raspberry vinegar to deglaze the onions and garlic.
And then I'm dipping these hand-cut French fries, which you're cutting yourself, you're making in-house. I mean, these are big deals because there are lots of ways that different vendors and purveyors can help you cut time. And so it's very easy to buy frozen French fries, and the consumer may or may not know.
We also have the other ones too. We have beer battered, shoestring, onion rings, sweet potato, and English chips.
Piccadilly English chips, they are such a big deal in central and southern Utah.
I think it goes back to the old diners that were around here in the 70s and 80s,
Yeah.
they always did fish and chips, and the chips were always the English chips. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
so
that people
interesting.
just held on to that.
You have a whole counter, half of your counter that's committed to ice cream.
Yeah, we have 8 different flavors that we do that are all hard scoop, and then we do hand spun shakes.
Yum. Okay, next
And then
up.
we have pulled pork fries. We smoke our pork in-house and pull it, and then it's over some fresh cut French fries with chipotle ranch and barbecue sauce, tomatoes,
Wow.
onions, and peppers. And then steak salad, it's one of my favorites. It's just a little 8-ounce steak with caramelized onions and a balsamic reduction. And then we have our jalapeno poppers, which are stuffed with cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, bacon, and a chipotle paste that
That's
we
so
do.
awesome. And you're making
then wrapped in
those
bacon. Yep, we
in-house?
make those in-house too. And then our Greek farmer's pizza, which is a pizza using a pesto sauce instead of red tomato, Kalamata olives, artichokes, onions, tomatoes, mushrooms, and then finished with that balsamic glaze. This is my ultimate favorite. It's the lamb burger.
Okay.
So we use Utah, Colorado lamb.
Okay.
Mix it with cinnamon, garlic, and some other seasonings, and then make our own patties. It's finished with the pickled onions and spinach, and then some feta cheese.
You seem to have like an affinity for a little bit of this like Greek kind of feta forward menu.
I just like the freshness of it, and
Yeah.
it's something that is versatile, so you can use it in multiple ways, and
Yeah.
it sort of reinvents itself depending on how you use it.
We're back at Fatty's Pizza in Castledale, learning all about the secrets to their house-made sauces.
We make our fry sauce, our ranch, our cilantro lime dressing, the Greek dressing. We make our artichoke dip. We do the poppers in-house. We do the lamb burgers in-house.
And the list probably goes,
on and on.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
hard to think of them all off.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. And I think when you are working with ingredients and you're wanting to put them together meticulously, as I said, it's nice to have some of those vendors and purveyors to help support what you're doing. But really, you want your food and your flavors to be the star of the show.
Try to use as much Utah products as we can. We get our pork from Utah, the lambs from Utah. Our burger patties are made in Utah, in Tooele, Stone Ground Bakery, and Glenwick Farms for our dairy. So
Over the last decade of you owning Fatty's, what are you most proud of?
I think I'm most proud of the consistency. It's the hardest thing to do, especially in a small town where we struggle with staffing, and even getting product on a regular basis is kind of difficult way down here. You can't just do a hot shot to Cisco if you run out of something. So,
Yeah.
we try to build not only a community within the restaurant with our staff, but we try to extend that out into the community. Fatty's supports, we sponsor race car drivers, we sponsor the wrestling team and the rodeo team. We're sponsors of the climbing club for the high school. We donate to the youth program for climbing as well. So, and the climbing fest that happens in the fall, we're huge sponsors of that. So we try to build as much community as we can, not only within these 4 walls, but outside of it as well.
Why do people come down to Castledale? Do you have a good understanding of the history and sort of the draw?
Yeah, it was built on coal, so that's what started us down here, is the coal mine and the power plants, and sort of in the 70s when they built both power plants, that's when we got our huge boom. But since then, we've been trying to diversify our economy around here, so a lot of tourism is good. Joe's Valley is one of the best climbing areas in the world. It's world renowned, so we get a lot of people coming in for that. And of course we have the San Rafael Swell just right here next door, and the mountains, so we kind of have it all for outdoor activities, which is great.
It is really true, and I think what people forget is that when you drive down here, you look at this vast landscape, and sometimes you can think like there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
But if you're a little open to adventure, there's so much. And I feel like
Yeah.
it's the same thing with food. Like, you might think like, oh, Central Utah, what will I get down there that I can't get in Salt Lake City? I would say this is absolutely one of those places.
Yeah. We have had the Ronald McDonald does their tour with all the fancy cars and stuff.
Yeah.
They'll usually make this a stop on their way. And one of the ladies commented about the Greek salad, how she had just got home from Greece, and this was better than what she had in Greece.
It gives me chills.
I thought was hilarious.
I know chefs don't like to pat themselves on the back.
Try not to.
It gets tricky because your hands are usually
Yeah.
busy like cooking. But that's a huge compliment, and it's
Yeah.
really special, especially considering all of those challenges that you've just mentioned. Sourcing can be tricky, staffing can be tricky, and yet you're able to execute at such a high level. it has to feel good.
It's a lot of work, and it's a sort of a love affair, I suppose, with the restaurant. You kind of have to be married to it to make it work. So.
Yeah.
I was the youngest of 3 boys, but I was usually the most responsible. My oldest brother was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
My mom was a single mom raising us, so I ended up cooking for me and him and my middle brother as well. And
wow.
It's sort of where I get my passion. I just love providing food for people and making sure they're taken care of. It's been a great honor in my life to be able to feed people.
Where do you envision Fatty's in the next 5 to 10 years?
Hopefully it's here, only a little bigger.
Okay, so expansion.
So I would love to expand, so maybe not menu, but kitchen would be nice, and just sort of building on what we already do well. I don't like changing things that work, so it seems silly to change something that works well. So.
Yeah, and you renovated when you purchased the place.
Yeah, we renovated the dining room and kitchen in 2017 when we purchased it, so we'll probably have to do that again, every couple of years.
It's one of those places that you don't want to drive through. There's so much to do here.
Yeah.
Why not stop, stay a while, enjoy incredible food? What you're doing here is absolutely outstanding. And honestly, you are a do not miss dining destination in Utah. The amount of work and effort and care and love and true passion that you have for feeding people is unparalleled. Not only are you a gift to the Castledale community, but you're definitely a gift to the Utah restaurant community. So just thank you so much. Cheers, my friend. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In Escalante, where red rock landscapes stretch in every direction and the pace naturally slows, food takes on a different role. It's not an afterthought. It's an intricate part of the journey, something you seek out before heading on your next adventure. At Magnolia's Kitchen, named after a daughter, of course, the focus is on nourishment, not just feeding travelers, but restoring them. Open for breakfast and lunch, this little bus that could began as a way to serve weary visitors and has grown into something much more. A small house and storefront welcomes guests for espresso or coffee and a chance to order, while the kitchen and service come to life in the blue bus just next door. Although service is currently on hiatus, that same spirit of hospitality continues at Bluebird Inn, named after another daughter. It's the kind of place you keep on the radar, a destination in its own right, where the meal becomes part of the journey, grounding you before you head back out into the vastness of southern Utah.
We started in 2015 in Boulder at the Anasazi State Park and Museum as a food truck. It's named after my oldest daughter, Magnolia. We began the business after she was born, and when she was born, we decided that we wanted to stick around Boulder because we love the area. We felt like it was the perfect place to raise kids and have a family. And so it was born out of necessity and love for our family. I've always loved cooking. I've always loved making people happy and comfortable with food. And I think sharing the food, sharing a place for people to stop along on their adventure has been our ethos for sure. We've wanted to stay connected to the canyons, stay connected to the outdoors. That's what brought us here and keeps us here, is our connection to wilderness. And so we just want to give people a place to call home for half an hour or an hour, and a place where they can fuel up. Everything's homemade. Everything's made from whole foods. And nutritious. You know, nutrition is really important to us. People are coming down here doing healthy things. We want them to be, fed from the inside out.
One of my favorite things in life is a breakfast burrito. And truly what I love about everything on your menu, even like your hand-cut French fries, is that they're easy to pack out, they're easy to grab and go. And for me, it's like, get breakfast here, fuel up, but maybe also get lunch and just stick it in my pack and go do Upper Calf Creek Trail or something like that. It doesn't have to be an either or, it can be a both and.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people have done that. We get backpackers that come in and they'll have breakfast and coffee and then they'll get 2 burritos each for like their backpacking trip out in Death Hollow or down Coyote Gulch.
Do you mind making a couple of dishes? We could go sit out in this beautiful open space and just kind of look at the menu and be able to taste some things.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, awesome.
We're back on Taste Utah at Magnolia's Kitchen in Escalante, where hand-cut fries and the Mountain Man burrito are just the beginning of their chef-driven story.
We open at 8 a.m. and we close at 2 p.m. right now on the weekdays, and we're open till 3 p.m. on the weekends.
Okay, awesome. And lunch is available from?
It's available from 11 a.m. to close.
Okay, awesome. And then what about breakfast?
And breakfast is available till noon.
Till noon. Okay, awesome. I always think that's nice just to know if I'm really wanting this breakfast burrito, make sure to get here nice and early.
Yeah.
And if I'm wanting this incredible picadillo, then make sure to come after 11 or after.
Because the Highwayman breakfast burrito is so popular, we offer it all day, as well as the vegan burritos, so that we can offer the vegan options all day long.
I love that.
Vegan customers.
That's awesome. Yeah, we have some vegans on crew, and they were just like, the vegan breakfast burrito is like bomb.
Awesome.
Will you tell us what you chose to put on the table in front of us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll start with the breakfast burrito because it has been so popular.
Okay.
We use local eggs, sourced here in Escalante, the local pork sausage, fried potato, and we garnish with our salsa ranchera and chopped green onion and cilantro.
Beautiful. And there's sausage in that is local pork?
Yes.
Which is amazing.
From Beehive Pack.
Beehive Pack, and where are they located?
They're in Salina, Utah.
In Salina.
They source the hogs themselves. They take it from slaughter all the way to the plate, and it's amazing. We've been using the same recipe that they've had for our entire existence.
It's so cool. Okay, moving on.
So next up is the breakfast taco that we do.
I love it.
We use our own house-made kimchi.
Okay.
It's seasoned. It's cabbage, carrots, and cauliflower seasoned with guajillo chili, garlic, and ginger. And we make it in-house.
How long do you let it ferment before you start
We let it
serving
ferment from 1 to 2 weeks.
Nice.
And it gets a nice sour in that, but not overpowering. It's something that we've made forever. My wife and I made it together when we first met. So it's just part of the story a little bit, and
It smells so fragrant, and it's just chock full of gut health biomes, and also like so delicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
And texture,
for
sure.
It's good texture and good roughage for the belly.
Good.
And then we top it off with the local fried
Beautiful.
egg.
I may or may not have put it in front of me like for a reason. I don't want to get after it.
Katie,
Okay, cool. And let's talk about this beauty.
Okay, so when we switched over to the bus, we had a deep fryer, and we were trying to figure out, what can we serve out of it that would be tasty, that would be easy and fresh. And I have been cooking fries forever. I worked for a French restaurant in Seattle called Restaurant Le Pichet, where we specialized in the pommes frites, and I brought that here to our restaurant. And so we do them in a different style. We can do them plain for you. And we serve them with sometimes an ancho spice ketchup. Today I'm serving them with just the plain salsa verde.
Beautiful.
And our carnitas on top with house-made pickled red onions, chopped green onion, cilantro, and cotija cheese.
How are you making your carnitas?
So we slow cook the pork shoulder 6 to 7 hours in the oven, and then we let it cool all the way down in its fat. We shred it up, and then we ball it up into portions, and then we hit it on the flat top to crisp it up to finish.
You're doing all of your pickling in-house?
Yes, yeah, we do pickled onions. We also do house-made pickled jalapenos with carrots and garlic. Next is the sweet potato taco, which we cook in coconut oil to keep it vegan, if desired. Sauteed mushrooms, and creamy goat cheese, which really makes it the combo of the tart, creamy goat cheese with the fried sweet potatoes, topped with the crispy cabbage, chopped onion, and green cilantro.
I mean, it has everything going on, and I love like cooking your tortillas makes the taco
Yes.
just sing.
Yeah.
And so you've got vegan options, you've got vegetarian options, you've got, full carnivore delight.
Yeah, and last but not least is the picadillo burrito. This is definitely a crowd favorite, made with local beef from Smoky Mountain Meats here in Escalante. They source our ground beef. It's raised on the monument and up on the Boulder Mountain, and we serve that with a house-made achiote rice and whole pinto beans, pickled jalapeno carrots, cotija cheese, and all rolled up with ranchera salsa. We also make our house-made strawberry agua fresca we've been making since the beginning. It's fresh strawberries blended with lime juice, water, a little sugar.
What got you into chefing? What got you into cooking? Why a restaurant?
Well, I've worked in restaurants my entire life, my entire adult life. I became just really hooked on the kitchen culture, and I've always loved to be independent and able to feed myself. So that was always really important to me. I worked for Restaurant Le Pichet in Seattle, where I really got my technical background in French cooking, and had an opportunity to work in the Pike's Place Market. It was a really beautiful experience, but found that I was yearning to be closer to the outdoors, and Utah was calling me back. So I came back to Utah and I worked for Hell's Backbone Grill, Burr Trail Grill as well, before opening our own business.
Which is so fun. Up in Boulder, I mean, Boulder is such a close-knit community. There's so much richness and vibrancy happening on a mountaintop, overlooking vast desert, which just that story in of itself is so wonderful. Thank you so much. This food is incredible. I feel like you need to get in on it, and I probably need to have another bite. Thanks so much.